Let's do this! Hello everybody, the Guillotine here, and welcome to my review of the Transformers Studio Series Optimus Prime Leader Class. So this is the Leader Class Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon, and if you're wondering why I started this video with a little motivation for myself, it'll probably be pretty obvious throughout this video. Let's just get into it. Start off by taking a look at the box. So here's our box. It's a standard Leader Class box. We have a cool picture of Optimus right there. Optimus Prime Studio Series. Interestingly enough, though, even though this is based off Dark of the Moon, this isn't the Dark of the Moon Prime, because he doesn't have the grill abs, but whatever. Transformers Dark of the Moon, Hasbro, Transformers on the side. On the other side, picture of Optimus Prime, Autobot logo, which actually works since it's an Autobot. Wow, imagine that. We have our alt mode, our robot mode, 44 steps. Goddamn, I did not notice that. Yeah, that's, very accurate. This guy is very complex. Down here we have a picture of the display base. We have cross sales for Jetfire right there, who I really want. On this side we have a nice picture of Optimus right there, Studio Series 44. He is a Leader Class, and with that being said, and here is Optimus Prime, and I love this figure. I absolutely love this figure, but I have my issues with it. Strap yourself in, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Bump, let's go. So here is Optimus Prime. We're gonna move the trailer out of here, and we're just gonna take a look at Optimus Prime here. So here is the Optimus Prime figure, and I absolutely love this. This is what I wanted. This is the Prime I wanted for my Studio Series display, because, well, my Studio Series collection, because this one, to me, looked the best. The other two that they made, I didn't like the first one, because the red was too dark. I didn't like the second one, because the flame details weren't accurate. This is accurate. This is how I want my movie Optimus Prime to look. This just looks really good. Now, one thing I'll say right off the bat with this guy is he is far from perfect. He's far from perfect, and we're going to get into that. But if you notice here, if we take a look at him, he looks really good from the front here. Don't worry, we're going to talk about that in depth. He looks really good from the front here, but one thing about this figure that probably isn't coming across on camera, because it's definitely something I didn't notice when I was watching reviews of this guy on YouTube, he's very small. He is a very small figure. This is supposed to be a Voyager class figure, and here is Sentinel Prime Voyager class figure, and as you can see, yes, he's quite a bit smaller than Sentinel Prime, both in length and in, just overall mass. He's definitely a lot smaller. I'm sure this probably is accurate, but I don't know. He always looked really big to me in the movie, so maybe it just caught me off guard, and it's a little bit weird to me that he's a little bit smaller, and like, in person, I have to be honest, this vehicle mode doesn't have much presence to it on the shelf, because it's very small, and I mean, honestly, the whole truck bed is kind of ugly to look at, and also this section right here is also pretty ugly to look at, because there's not really much there. It's just kind of a bunch of robot pieces jumbled together, and I mean, that's kind of how it had to be, but overall, all I'm saying is the truck mode is definitely the weaker of the two modes. The robot mode is absolutely awesome, spoiler alert, but the truck mode is definitely the weaker of the two modes. That being said, let's move him off to the side and talk a little bit about his gun here. So here is his gun. It's very cool, and honestly, this is all I really cared about with this figure, is just the Optimus Prime and the gun. But the trailer makes this figure so freaking cool. Like, we're gonna talk about it in depth. But here's the gun. You can store it on the vehicle mode in plenty of different spots. There's all kinds of different spots. My favorite is this tab right here. Can go into that slot right there. This is my preferred way of storing it on him. That's how I like to do it. But a couple other things you can do that are actually pretty darn cool is you can tab it in on the side here, and that looks pretty cool because it kind of looks like it's like out to shoot. But my favorite way to do it, if you want to actually have it like as if he's like gonna shoot someone in truck mode, is you can plug it onto this port right here, and it actually kind of looks like the gun like transformed out of the little section right there, and that looks really cool. I really like the way that looks. I apologize for that lighting right there, but I just think that looks really cool. It looks like it actually like transformed out of the truck. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to talk about with the truck mode here. Now let's bring in the trailer. So here is the trailer, and like I said, I gotta be honest, when I bought this figure, I didn't care about the trailer that much. I really didn't care about it. I didn't think I was gonna really give a shit about any of the trailer components, but Oh my god, this is the best part of the figure, man. This thing is so cool. So the trailer makes up the weapons array, the little circle thing from Dark of the Moon that he had all his weapons on in the Shockwave and the worm scene, the beginning of the movie. And it also comes with the flight tech from the third act of the movie, which is really cool as well. We're gonna talk about that in depth, but honestly, in truck mode and trailer mode, it's just a trailer. It's just a big old trailer. It's got a nice little piece up front here with an Autobot logo. It's very cool, and it just attaches to Optimus via that little port right there and that peg right there, and you can just peg that into place right there. And that's really, really nicely done. Now, with the trailer, you can take the gun and you can come under here and you can put it into one of those ports right there for the storage for your gun here. I like to put it on this side and just plug it right there. So there you go. You can have the gun stored right there. Also, with this figure, you do get the flight tech guns, and I hate these. These are the worst part of the figure. I absolutely freaking hate these, but I gotta show them because it's the review, but I will never be using these. These are going in a drawer and never gonna see the light of day again because they look horrible everywhere they go, and they're supposed to peg in down here, and one of them does peg in. I believe it's this one. Yeah, this one pegs in just fine, but this one does not. It just fucking falls right out. Like, as soon as I bring it up and give it a little bit of a shake, of course, you're gonna make me look bad on camera, you bastard, but yeah. Trust me, it doesn't stay in there. I hate these. They look stupid in both modes anyway, and I don't like them at all, so I don't use those. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to really talk about the trailer. You can open up the back here, but you can't fit any cars in there because of the way this transforms. This is all kind of filled up. All this is kind of got, all the real estate is taken up in here, so you can't fit any cars in there, but it is cool that you can open the doors. Oh, and he does look really good when he has the full trailer on. I really like the way that this looks. I just think it looks really, really cool with the trailer on, and he can roll, obviously, really, really nicely. It actually rolls so much better when you have the trailer on, because when you don't have the trailer on, he's rolling fine now, but before, he was kind of difficult. It takes a while to get him transformed probably to where he will roll. Now, I gotta talk about something with this figure. When I got this thing out of packaging, shortly after I got out of packaging, I actually broke it. There is a tab down here right there that keeps these pieces together, and you're probably wondering why this is why this has been split the whole time and not sitting flush. It's because mine is broken, and it is technically my fault, although I don't want to take too much of the blame for it, because the peg is weak. But that peg down there that holds this in, I gotta just open this up. That peg right there broke off. And I actually super glued it back on, as you can see there. You can clearly see that it's been super glued back on. Yeah, right there. But it doesn't even work anymore. I mean, I was actually working for a couple times after I fixed it. I was actually able to get it working again. So I thought I got it all good, but now it doesn't work. It doesn't keep it clipped in. So, well, actually, it kind of, you gotta kind of pick. You gotta have it up here, or it'll come down there. I mean, obviously, this is just mine. Oh, there we go. There you go, it looks really good. Well, I mean, it's not tabbed in right there. This is my fault. I was kind of too rough on it, although I think it should have been able to take it. What I was doing to it, I feel like the toy should have been able to handle it. But hey, it is what it is. I probably won't display him in vehicle mode that much, because honestly, the vehicle mode doesn't impress me all that much. The robot mode is far, far better in my opinion, but overall, the Optimus Prime figure itself is very, very nice, and the trailer is very, very cool as well. But honestly, this right here, this is the least cool part of this set. So, let's show some comparisons real quick here. Here he is with his arch nemesis, Megatron, and my god, these two look so good together, man. And I'm just going to take Megatron and put him on my little stand for him here. And there we go. Look at that. Oh, they look so good together, man. They look so goddamn good together. I absolutely love this. Get ready for the showcase. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of Megatron versus Optimus shots, because, man, that just looks fantastic. I love the way they look together. Here he also is with the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. They have that as well. I don't have the Dark of the Moon one yet. I will get it, but I don't have it yet. But there you go. And here he is with the Sentinel Prime again, so you can see how they look together. They look quite good together. I do think they look pretty nice together. Here he is with Bone Crusher, and I think they look quite good together as well. Very, very cool. Definitely gonna do some shots with these two in robot mode as well. Oh my god. Y'all are not gonna believe how much fun the robot mode is for this guy, especially with this. Here he is with Brawl. Here he is with Starscream. And And lastly, here he is with Soundwave, just so you can get a sense of how he scales with a car bot right there, because most of the Autobots are cars, so I figured that'd be a good one. I don't have any of them right now. I will be getting some. In fact, I actually have Bumblebee already on the way to me, so I will be getting them. I just don't have them right now, so I apologize for that. But stay tuned for future Studio Series reviews, because I will definitely be comparing every Studio Series figure I get from now on with this figure, so. But there we have that. So, it's time for transformation. Alright, let's do this. This is probably the most complex Transformer I have ever owned. His transformation is pretty insane, and it took me a long ass time to figure it out. But I don't use the instructions when I figure out my transformations. I figure it out by myself, but still, really difficult transformation, so let's get into this. So first thing you want to do is you want to separate the thing up here. And be careful with this, because like I said earlier, I actually kind of broke mine. So what you want to do here is you just want to untab all this and just get that all apart, and then fold these pieces out just like that. Then come back here, and you want to untab these sections from here, because they just tab underneath that little section here. You can pull these pieces back, just like this. I apologize for the lighting, guys. Alright, so untab these right here, and you just want to pull these out, and you just kind of want to separate all this in the center here, and then these pieces are his arms, and these are just going to angle down. You're going to just pull those down, and these are going to be his arms. So just pull those down to get him out of your way for now. Alrighty, so come back here and then take these pieces here, and you want to pull these out, and then you just want to angle them forward just like that. So come over here, untab it from this section here, pull it forward, and then bring this entire assembly up right here, and then I'll double hinge joint, and those two tabs will go into those two slots on the roof there. So tab those in, and then pull these pieces back, and these will actually click, and you can just kind of feel them thoop into place right there. So bring them back, and you'll just feel a thoop right there, and then take them and fold them in on this piece, just like this, on these little double joints, and boom, they have that all done. There you have that. Now, come down here, and this part is there's a lot to go over with this, because there's a lot of panels that kind of flip out from places. Like I said, he's very complex. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take these sections right here, and we're just going to fold these back just to get them out of your way. And I think we're going to continue with the arms here. So you want to fold these pieces up like this, and then you can just bring the arms down like this. And what you want to do is you want to untab this section of the arms, untab that, and then fold it down, and bring down the fist right there, and then just fold that to the back just like that, just so it's like hanging off his arm, and then orient the fist properly. And then you have one arm done, and then come over here to the other one and do the same thing on this one. Untab it from the arm, bring it down, fold this piece down, and there you have the arms done. Okay, now take this entire piece, and this piece will just untab from the top of the truck right there, and at this point you want to bring these pieces back just like this, and you want to get and you want to get all the clearance right here, and then you come in here and you want to unfold the robot mode right there. Then come back here. Like I said, very complex, but you want to take these pieces here, and these pieces are going to fold in, and you'll see that, and you see that slot will go into that tab, and they will also connect in the middle. You can see these are actually going to connect in the middle, and then they will sit flush just like that. Then these gas tank pieces will fold up, and those will sit flush against those right there. Now you want to hold those with your thumb, and you want to pull these panels around, because these are all connected on the same kind of assembly right there. So you want to hold those in with your thumb, and if they come undab, you just kind of have to work with it and get it back into place, and fold those pieces around just like that. And there you have that right there. Then you can bring these back, and you can fold these in, and then those tabs are going to slot right there into the chest right there. So there you have that all done. Now, bring the arms up, and you want to unpeg them from this section right here, fold them up, and then take this piece. You want to make sure all that's sitting flush again, and then you want to fold this back just like this, and then that slot right there, that slot right there, that one right there, that slot will go into that peg right there, and then you can just slot that into place just like that, and you have that all done. Bring the arm down and fold that piece down, and there you have one arm done. Do the same thing on the other side here. So untab right here, bring this piece up and fold it back, tab this piece into that section. You can bring this piece down, and there you have the arms all done. So there you have that. Alright, now we're going to do the legs. So split the legs down here and they will just untab just like this. And then you want to bring the entire torso and you just want to rotate the waist all the way around. Bring these wheel pieces up and those will just clip right there. And then take these wheels and those will also shift up as well, just like that. Now come down here to the feet and you want to take these and these are going to rotate around. Bring the feet down. And then you can rotate that around, and then you have that, and do the same thing on the other side. It will rotate down. It's a little bit stiff, but you just gotta rotate it around just like that. And there you have the feet all done. Come to the backpack here. This piece is, and this is really cool. I really like how the backpack transforms here, because you just take the grill pieces, you fold these against the back here. If these wheels are in your way, you can just move this out of the way, get the wheels out of the way. There you go. And you want to fold those to the back there and have them sitting flush, and then you take this piece, and these two slots will go into these two tabs on either side. So those two slots on the backpack right there will go into those slots right there. And that will clip into place and get all that sitting nice. Move these pieces, these wheels back up if you needed to move them. And just like that, there you have Optimus Prime. And yeah, the transformation is no joke. It's quite complex. You can also bring these blue pieces forward as well, just like that. But yeah, the transformation is quite complex for this guy. It's an involved transformation. It definitely is, but it's pretty fun to do. I do really enjoy it. And I mean, look at your result. Look at this guy, man. He looks amazing. He looks absolutely amazing. He's pretty much a dead-on movie Prime. The only thing I wish is they gave him some more mechanical detail, like around the neck section here, because we bring him in here on that neck. It's just blue. As you can see there, that whole neck section is just all blue. I kind of wish that had been gray or black or something, just to look a little bit more movie accurate, but overall he looks absolutely fantastic. And I really like how they did the backpack as well, because the whole backpack just kind of folds up. And yes, he does have a backpack, but it all just kind of folds up and it looks really nice on the back, and it all tabs in place and sits very solidly. And yeah, it's just overall very nice. I love the flame details right here, and just overall he looks stupendous. He looks absolutely stupendous. Like I said before, the robot mode is 100% the standout mode for this guy. It's amazing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there because I'm not going to show the reverse transformation for this guy. It's so complicated, and honestly, I honestly don't think I'll have the time because it's really complicated, and most people probably don't care about the reverse transformation anyway, because it's fairly simple to just watch the original transformation and then just, do the opposite. So for this guy, for the sake of time, I'm not going to show the reverse transformation. So, I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. But there you have the figure. And yeah, he looks absolutely stupendous, man. But now let's turn our attention to the trailer. Actually, first, let's get the gun out of the way. So here's this gun. Once again, standard Optimus Prime ion cannon. Really nice. I love this gun. And honestly, like I said before, this is all I really wanted from this figure was the robot and the gun. But, the trailer is very cool, but the gun is really cool. You can get in there. Honestly, I haven't been able to get this guy in any pose that he doesn't look absolutely awesome in. He inherently looks awesome in any pose. I love the way he looks. He looks so freaking good. And you can take the gun when you're not using it. You can take it and you can tab it onto the backpack using that tab right there. You can slot that into the backpack, and it's nice storage right there. So yeah, it's pretty much perfect. This figure is awesome, man. Absolutely love it. If you just want an Optimus Prime figure, this is just amazing. Oh, actually, this piece isn't actually tabbed in all the way. There we go. You gotta get that tabbed in right there. I apologize for that. But yeah, really nice. That might have been why the backpack was giving me a bit of a hard time there. But yeah, just make sure that section is tabbed in. Alright, and now we can turn our attention to the trailer, because there's a lot to talk about with this bad boy. Like I said before, I really didn't care about this thing when I bought this guy, but this is probably my favorite part of the figure, honestly. This thing is so cool. So, what you want to do with this thing is you can come over here and you just want to take these pieces, and these are all going to untab from the sides here, just like that, and then take this piece and fold it down, and then this piece right here is the flight tech, and you want to get this piece out. You want to get this all untabbed, and then you can pull the flight tech out of here. So that is the flight tech. So we're going to set that off to the side for now. We're going to focus on the weapons array. So this piece is going to untab, and then from here you want to take out all the weapons that are stored in here for the vehicle mode right there, which I will show in a second how you do that. But then these little pieces right here, these untab from these little sections here. So when you go into trailer mode, you want to get those pieces tabbed into these little tab sections right there, and you can unpeg those. And then this is the coolest thing ever. This entire thing is pretty much just like collapsible like that. And then you take these pieces and you fold them back, and then you just tab them into all of these sections right there, and that makes it circular. So do the same thing on the other side here, bring it out, and then just tab all these sections into the side here, and boom, there you have that. Now what you want to do is you want to come down here to the doors, open the doors, bring this piece down, and then you can tab those sections into there. But before you do that, come to the back wheel assembly right here and fold this piece down, and it will clip in place right there. And then you can just fold these and clip these into these little slots. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have the weapons array. How freaking cool is this thing? Look at this thing. And you can take the weapons here. He comes with a shield right there, and you can take this and we can peg this right onto here. Oh, well, you get a bit in there. There we go. No, why are you not there? Why are you not going? Why are you not going? All right, we'll put it in here then. There we go. You can take the axe here in this little slot. We'll just slot into that section right there. And boom. And then the sword here has a little cutout right there, and that'll tab in right there. And there you have that. And if you really want to, you can take the ion cannon and you can plug it in right there. And also, if you want to, you can take the flight tech guns, and these can peg in anywhere you want, but they are supposed to go down here. And there you have the full weapons array right there. And this thing is so damn cool. And Optimus Prime looks so good just standing next to it, man. Like, this thing is so cool. And you get all of these weapons to display your Prime with. So if you want to give him a sword, you just take the sword off here and you pop that in the hand, and boom, now he's got a sword. Now he can take you all on. And that's super cool. And like I said, it is like impossible to get this guy in any pose that he doesn't look like totally badass in. Absolutely love it. But maybe you don't want to give him a sword. Maybe you want to give him an axe. Well, there you go. Pop that in there, and now he can be all like, time to find out. Who would you be without me, Prime? Time to find out. Yeah. And you want to give him the shield, you can just pop that into the hand right there. And honestly, I don't really like the shield. I don't know. I kind of wish that they had given him a way to have it on like the gauntlet or something. I think that would have been a lot better, or have him hold it like actually proper and not hold it like, I don't know, this just looks bad to me. I'm not a big fan of the shield. I think it could have been alright if they had, just let it actually, plug in a way that actually looks normal. But hey, it's not a big deal. If you don't like it, just don't use it. It's simple as that. Much like I'm gonna do with these things. So yeah, this thing is super cool. But now, let's talk flight tech. So here is the flight tech. We're gonna take out the array here. So here is the flight tech, and to transform this and get it ready here, basically you just unpeg the wings from this side here, and these will flip up just like this, and then you can bring this piece down, and it will peg into that little slot right there, and then you can take this piece, and that will tab in right there, and then I'll lock that in place, bring this piece up like that, and then take the wings here, and these pieces will fold around, and you can tip these right there, and there you have the flight tech. And to get it on Optimus Prime here, you want to take him, and you want to take the backpack here, and you want to rotate these pieces up, just like this, and just untab everything from the backpack, because you're going to have to get this on him. It's kind of difficult to get on him, so you gotta do some stuff here. So bring this in, fold these pieces back, and this is how you want to get the back oriented for Optimus Prime. And then what you're gonna do is it's gonna tab in to those pegs, those slots, and those slots. And also these pieces are gonna sit, those are gonna lock in place with those pieces right there. So what you wanna do here is you wanna get this on here, and you wanna lock all these bottom ones in place, and then you wanna angle this so that you can get those sections underneath that little crevasse there, and that will lock all that into place, just like that, and make sure everything is tabbed in properly, just like that. and then you can tab this back into the grill, and there you have him with his flight tech, and it looks stupendous. I absolutely love the way it looks. I could do without these hollow bits staring you right in the face, but honestly, looks awesome. Absolutely freaking love the way this looks. So he can be all like, I'm coming for you. I freaking love this, man. It looks so good. I love this flight deck, and you can get him in such cool poses with this. Like, look at this shit. His head articulation really allows for good poses, too. Oh, it looks so good, man. I really didn't think I was gonna give a flying fuck about this flight tech. No pun intended there. Flying fuck. But I absolutely love the flight tech. I think it looks so cool, man. Look at that shit. That's so cool. I love it. It also has some posability here. You can angle these back. You can rotate these if you want. Really, really cool, man. It looks stupendous. I mean, if you don't want the hollow bits staring you in the face, you can spin these pieces around there, and it won't look as proper, but hey, now the hollow pieces aren't actually just staring you in the face there. And I do think maybe if you had enough perseverance, I have tried, but I haven't been able to get it. If you had enough perseverance, you might be able to pop these off of the mushroom pegs and swap them, and then you could probably have it look a little bit better, but I haven't been able to get them off of the mushroom pegs. I have tried, haven't been able to do it, but yeah, really, really awesome. I love the flight tech. I think the flight tech is so, so cool. Now, if you really want to, you can give him these shitty flight tech guns, and they suck, and you can just peg them into here, and they look absolutely atrocious, and this is the only set part of this toy that I absolutely hate, and I will never be using, because they just look horrible, honestly. In the movie, they look so cool, because they were, like, covering his entire arm, but on this figure, it just looks like he's holding them, and it's clear as day, and they look so bad, and they're, like, constantly angled forward, and they never soar anywhere particularly well on vehicle mode. They just pop off the bottom of the trailer, and I hate these, man. I think these are so dumb. Yeah. You can give them to him if you want, but I hate these. I will be putting these in a drawer, and they will never be seeing the light of day ever again. I just had to do the review, so I had to show them. But these suck. I hate them. You can even see in this one, I actually dug out this peg a little bit, just so it would, stay plugged in the trailer more. It didn't even work. It didn't even help it at all. It still doesn't work. So yeah, I don't like these. These are the only thing about this toy that I don't like. But who cares, because you can just ignore it completely and it's like it never existed. So, absolutely love this thing, man. Now, while I'm not going to show you the reverse transformation, I am going to show you one thing with this. So, one thing I have figured out with this is the flight tech, literally just pull it off. It just comes off. It just comes right off. You just kind of there you go. Comes right off. Really nice. I am kind of noticing a bit of a stress mark right there. I'm not too worried about it. I don't think it'll be a big deal at all. It should be fine. Oh, shit. Why would you fall down? I have a lot of issues with Optimus Primes and stress marks. Even as a kid, my leader class Optimus Prime has stress marks on it. But yeah, with the jetpack here, there isn't really an official way to store the flight tech, but I have come up with something here. It's not particularly good, but it works. I've come up with this. Just fold these back and basically just put it back into the mode you would put it in for the trailer. And peg these into here, right there on both sides, and then just get that, like, push that to the back, and then fold the wings down, and then I literally just like to stick it in the weapons array, just kind of just shove it anywhere. It kind of just kind of do whatever you want with it. It doesn't peg in anywhere, but you can just kind of sit it in there, and it looks all right. I mean, it already looked kind of weird, so there you go. Just sit it in there. I mean, it's a place to put it. I mean, yeah, why not? So, just wanted to show that real quick. But the other thing I wanted to show is when you're going back into trailer mode, where to store everything for trailer mode here. So, when you're going back into trailer mode for the shield, you want to peg it into that port right there. That is where the shield will go when you're going back into trailer mode. Right there. The guns obviously will go on the flight tech guns will go on the bottom of the flight tech right there. That's where those are poured in. The gun you can put in there, but I do that at the end, and honestly I like to just keep that with Optimus Prime. The sword, this part, there's a little section right there for you to tab the sword onto, and you want to get that oriented properly, and boom, that's where the sword will go for the trailer mode. And then for the axe, you want to stick that in that little tab right there, into that little slot right there. And Boom. It's a lot easier if you have all this stuff moved out of your way, but you can just get that right there. Here, I'll show you real quick. So once you folded all these pieces in, you can take the axe and you can slot the blade into that little cutout right there. And then you can tab this into right there, and that's your storage for the axe for the trailer mode. And once again, those pieces just tab in on either side, and then the flight tech, you just plug it in there, and you just got to get that on the top, and then it will all just peg in to the sides there. Just like that. Like I said, for the sake of time, I'm not showing the reverse transformation for this guy because it's really complicated, and we're already like 30 minutes in, so I think we need to move on, but yeah, just wanted to show that real quick. Alrighty, now for comparison. Here he is with his arch nemesis, and oh my god, they look so good together! Oh my god, I love this so much, they look so freaking good together! Oh my god, Megatron Prime! Oh my god, I love these two! These are so far... Oh man, I really want to say that these are my two favorite Studio Series figures, but I love Brawl so much. Brawl is so good. Oh, but I really want to say these two are my favorite, because look at them, man. They just look incredible together. Like, oh my god, these two are a match made in heaven. They look so good together. And we'll bring in Sentinel Prime on the other side here. So there you go, there's the trio of our mighty Cybertronians, and oh my god, they look so goddamn good together. Honestly, it's really just Optimus and Megatron that look so good together, but Sentinel is a very nice companion piece as well. They look so cool. Oh my god, I freaking love these Studio Series figures. This Optimus Prime is so good, man. And here he is with Bone Crusher, which is so cool. I can't wait to do some poses with them in the showcase, because, oh, it's gonna be so fun. I freaking love the way they look together. They look so good. And this looks about right. I think he maybe should have been a little bit bigger, but overall, this works for me. I think the scale looks really good. And here he is with Shockwave. It's the old Voyager, it's not the new leader. I'm sorry, I will get the new leader. I do want it. It's very close up on my list, actually, but, this is the one I have right now, so I figured I would show it. And here he is with Shatter, just so you can get a sense of how he scales with deluxe class figures, because most of the Autobot figures are deluxe classes. Like I said, I do have Bumblebee on its way. He'll be here very soon. So, yeah, but in every future Studio Series Transformer review, I will be comparing this figure with whatever Transformer it is, because yeah, you know what? I give up. These are my two favorite Studio Series figures. These right here are my top recommendation for the Studio Series. These are the ones you need to buy. I have made my decision. Brawl, you lasted a very long time. You're still one of my favorites. You're definitely my third favorite. But man, I can't deny how amazing this Optimus is, and the Megatron as well. Like, they look so amazing when put together. And just gonna have him, here he is with the Movie Masterpiece Barricade, just so you can get a sense of how he scales with the Movie Masterpiece line. He doesn't, but there is a Movie Masterpiece Optimus Prime out there. I don't know if I'll ever get it. I would like to, but it's pretty expensive and kind of hard to find, I think. And I believe the transformation is Satan, so maybe one day, I don't know. I won't say never, you know. And just so you can get a basic sense of how he scales with standard figures, here he is with the Part 3 Ultimate Freddy, just so you can see how he scales with a standard 7-inch scale figure. So as you can see, he's probably about a 6-inch scale. So you can see here, because the head's a lot smaller than Freddy here. And here he is with a Marvel Legend, so you can see how he looks with another, like, 6-inch scale figure there. So yeah, I mean, I love the scale with this figure. I do. I think it looks really good. And I gotta say, man, well, I know I kind of already said this, but he never doesn't look awesome. Every pose I put this guy in, he just looks either heroic or badass or both. He's... But there you have it, the comparisons now for our showcase. So, final thoughts on this figure. This thing has single-handedly made me an Optimus Prime fan. I'll be honest, guys. There's a reason it took me this long to get an Optimus Prime figure. I never really cared about Optimus Prime. Even as a kid, I never really cared about him. I just thought he was a very generic, heroic, good guy type character. I never cared about him. I always preferred Megatron and the rest of the Decepticons, Soundwave, Starscream, Shockwave, etc. I was never a big Optimus Prime fan. But this figure has turned me into one. This thing is amazing. I can't keep my hands off of this thing. It's so fun to play with. I love all the accessories except for the flight tech guns. Those are the only accessories that I don't like. But everything else is so fun to play with. The figure itself with the ion cannon is honestly enough to please me right there. The only thing I don't like about this figure is the alt mode. I think the alt mode could have used some serious work. But honestly, the robot mode is so great. All the extra stuff is so great. The weapons array, the flight tech, all the extra accessories it comes with, it makes up for it. I don't like the vehicle mode for the most part, but honestly, I probably won't even have him displayed in it for very long. I'll probably just use it for comparisons and whatnot, and that'll probably be the extent of it. I do think the transformation is very complicated, so I probably wouldn't recommend this to you if you are not a fan of complicated transformations, because he's tough. I mean, you saw the 44 steps on the back, right? It was 44? Yeah, 44 steps on the back of the box there. So yeah, it's a very complex transformation, but oh my god, if you like complex transformations like I do, get this guy yesterday, man. He is incredible. I absolutely love this figure. Don't even bother with the other two Optimus Primes. This one is superior in every way. I don't even own them, and I can guarantee you that. Like, paying $30 for this figure alone, honestly, I probably wouldn't think it would be worth it. He's small. He's about the size of an old deluxe class figure, and the vehicle mode is even smaller. Like, it's such a tiny vehicle mode, and the vehicle mode is overall pretty lackluster. But when you throw this entire thing into the package and throw that and give him the leader class price, absolutely fantastic. I cannot recommend this guy enough, as long as you are a fan of complex transformations. And also, if you have Jetfire, one thing I completely forgot to mention is if you have Jetfire, you can, in fact, combine him with Jetfire, because Jetfire comes with the pieces you need to change this guy into the other Optimus Prime mold that can combine with Jetfire. So, very, very cool. Once I get Jetfire, I will definitely show that off, but this figure is amazing. He's probably he's either my second favorite or my favorite Studio Series figure so far. I love this thing to no end. I can't stop playing with it. And, yeah, I'm giving him a 10 out of 10. Well, no, I can't give him a 10 out of 10. I can't. I mean, a peg broke and the vehicle mode is kind of lackluster, so I can't give him I cannot give this guy a 10 out of 10. I want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him a 9 out of 10 because of those things. Honestly, I know they're kind of big deals and they probably should have taken off some more points, but honestly, this thing is so awesome. The robot mode is absolutely incredible. I love everything about the robot mode. And yeah, I can't recommend this guy enough. So, with that being said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is DK Guillotine, signing out.